speak,
people listen!
I remember talking to a poet one day, and she asked me, what would love look like if you've never been hurt? And the question's absurd. I concur, we all want that kind of love that knows no boundaries. That love that frees us from the shackles, from heartbreaks, from past mistakes. But I debate, before we plan this ultimate escape, let's settle it all here on this stage. See, in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God. But as a poet, we truly value the power of the Word. If in the beginning there were numbers, then we'd all be mathematicians, writing equations on faded blue lines to analyze each and every situation. Our pen and pads will be calculators, math tournaments instead of poetry slams, and National Poetry Month will be a 30-day celebration for the number of pi. Love is God and God is love, who gave his only son. Yet will we truly understand love if he didn't? Yet will we truly love God if we don't know love? Will we truly appreciate the heavens above if we've never been through hell? And will we truly sacrifice if we were given everything that we asked for? The word is God and God is love, so the love is in the word, but yet I love you. It's the most overused phrase since the beginning of time. People use it for their own benefit instead of benefiting others who don't know God, who don't know love. So what would love look like if you've never been hurt? The question is absurd, because at the end, all it really be is just a word.
Despite so many things screaming for our attention, we're bored. Not only are we bored, but we're bored to death. Zombies walking alike, zombies talking alike, zombies dressing alike, zombies texting alike, sexting alike, looking alike, thinking alike, not thinking alike. We're bored because we're boring. We bring nothing, we read nothing, we add nothing, we appreciate nothing, we value nothing. Nothing is sacred, no thing is sacred. Zombies widespread. The walking, talking, dressing, texting, sexting, looking, thinking, not thinking, bored, dead. Boredom, a gaping void in the mind, heart, and spirit. Bored, a gaping void. Can you hear it? Boredom is the anticipation of what could be, but isn't. Bored is the inability to deal with life as it is at this very moment. Boredom is a form of anxiety and stress. Bored is a craving for drama, no less. Boredom is the attachment and addiction to feeling physical sensations. Bored is a form of non-content, spiritual deprivation. Boredom is the urge to do something in hopes of feeling happiness, instead of simply being that something. I'm bored.
Hey ladies, you know how sometimes you're just minding your own business and then some loser decides to inform you that, hey, that ass be fine. Or worse, you should come over there and rub them the wrong time. And they catch you off guard. You'd love to say something witty, but it's hard to be smart when you're being treated like a piece of meat. So here's what I wish I had said. Hey yo, son! Yeah, you, son. Yes, I am talking to you. It seems that you've expressed interest in me. It also seems that you have the God-given talent of speech and language, so you need to learn to use them properly, and I'm in the business of teaching, so let's have some learning, shall we? It's very, very, very simple. 2 questions. Firstly, what exactly does your smile, you dropped, your smile mean making me think you got something of mine? When it's this hot, I can fry an egg on the boardwalk, I can bake a cookie in my car. It is hot, this is how my face will look. My face, my head, my business. Your face is there on your head, your business. Homeboy can do what he wants to that mess, his mama not touching that. Secondly, here is your chance to rephrase, that ass be fine. What did you possibly hope to accomplish with that? Did you A, enjoy treating women like objects? B, enjoy reminding me that my body is not considered my own? C, want to reinforce the stereotype that you as a man are so desperate for sex, it is unreasonable of me to expect you to keep your penis or your tongue intact? Or D, want to punish me for being an Asian female daring to walk alone in public? How dare I? If you wanted my attention, here are words you could have used. Hello. Hot day, innit? How are you? You see, I don't think you'd do what you do if you knew. How many of us are afraid to walk alone, but have to do it anyway? Pepper spray in our pockets, furtively looking around because it's our job as women to protect ourselves and not your job as a man to not rape. How many of us cry at night because we don't think we're enough with the shiny happy magazines and movies that say so? How many of us are confused because our bodies are foreign and men in suits and ties make the laws that say what we may or may not do with them? No uterus, no opinion. And how many of us just don't get it? Because if we do, we're sluts, and if we don't, we're prudes. How many of us will never feel pretty enough, thin enough, tits big enough, hair shiny, eyes big, skin clear, waist small, butt big, legs long enough to be considered beautiful in this world? I don't think you or the others who have told me to smile, to be their geisha girl, to it off their wrong time, to sucky fucky $5. I don't think you or they would do it if you only knew. We have enough problems already. Thank you for filling out my catcalling questionnaire on this dog day afternoon. You have a nice one now, dumbass.
Snap. Crackle Pop is all I heard, and I failed to say a word. Morning after morning, morning was what I did best as I tried to get dressed. Snap, see, that's what Daddy did. He snapped, tapped on Mercy's door, saying he could take no more, and she allowed him to crackle. First, cigarettes, then weed. Cocaine was the cursor that made pockets bleed, then heroin and pills, not knowing that each dose was a reason that blood spills. Pop. That's who got him started. Somehow the rest of the world was outsmarted. Snap, oh snap, that's where I come in. A revolving problem to a reviving trend. Little kids even mess up heroin highs, much to my demise. Crackle. That was my bones. As my knees bleed, he drags me away from home, a needle in his arm, and on the bus we'd roam. Riding the same route again and again, I wanted to wake him up, but I was afraid to break the trend. Pop. It's the end of this route. Don't you know we have to get off of this bus? It's your fault. He begins to fuss and cuss. Well, questions aren't answered, but poems are delivered, and when you died, Pop, my soul slightly quivered. I was expecting Christmases and Thanksgivings to come falling out your sleeves because you stole things that you couldn't believe. Did you know that my dreams were in those instruments that you stole, and in the cash that I hid daily was my will to get old? And that's why I used to try to kill myself, because you smoked my self-esteem and you shot up my mental health. And it all came tumbling down. The prayers stopped when Mommy said she no longer wanted you around. You said you stopped, and some thought you did, but I knew it was a lie. Because you passed your bad habits on down to your kid. And now that he has a baby around, I try so damn hard to keep her from hitting the ground. But in 3 generations, you fail to hear the sound of a yelling. Snap. Crackle, Pop. Someone always said that Bowl told a story, but they had no idea it was mine.
Enemy's Playbook. I got you surrounded in confusion, trying to fight what you can't see. Those you harm ain't your real enemy. They wanted your own. You miss. That ain't me. I hate you and your children more. See her Fusikaya. See, I prepare snares to enslave all you Susikayas. I cause you to hate yourself and others that my plan may go well. Infiltrating my will with yours, causing men to go to hell. The Willie Lynch intervention was me, playing one of my ace cards, and I get great pleasure out of your genocide and struggle to break what I make hard. Had you slaving for me then and blindly slaving for me now. You will always slave for me because I own every town, every city, every state. I got you fiending for my cake. Really think you self-employed, selling street pharmaceuticals? Idiots, that's my bait. You been swindled like a fish to a hook, really thinking you was doing something stupid. You just serving my will, if not dealing destruction. Most promiscuous women, hottest whips, guns, and fast cash. Some vices I use to squeeze you out your soul with your dumb ass. I manipulate 5-0 that secretly wish criminals would resist. I'm like, whoop that fool and pulverize them with your nightstick. I'm the original pimp, and your souls is my pain. Using you to steal, kill, and destroy, this is my way. I aim to keep you all blinded and too brainwashed to see that I infiltrated the KKK into half of the police, half of the court system, and half of the government, that none could escape my wickedness. A hell of a plan, and I'm loving it. I own the bottle, the alcohol, and the liquor store. Got that burner and some ammo. Now go, mindlessly kill some more. Made the white man write the black man down in law as 3/5 of a man. No more than a monkey or 8 fingers without a hand. So men and women alike, I'll feed your greed, but never satisfy. To keep you coming back, so it's on me you rely. You will become dependent on wickedness to get what you want. I can make women sell their bodies with the threat of their children starving if they don't. I make niggas of any man. I ain't limited to Afro-Americans. If you don't know the true meaning of a nigga, then it makes it easier to swear you in. I can cause you to hate yourself and become more like me. Deny it all you want, but can you see what I see? Like selfish, self-centeredness, spiteful and quick to wrath, drama lovers, deceitful and vindictive, and that ain't even the half. Covetous and manipulative, I can read you all day. Weaklings and quitters consider God. I can make you all say it. I killed your messengers, Martin and Malcolm, and I'll get Barack too. By disrupting the economy, I'll make it harder for him to unite you. You don't like what I'm saying, but I don't care. I ain't fair. Since I've been condemned by God who loves you, I'll cause you to share in my demise. I swear. From the beginning, I caused your disobedience against him on the throne. Now I own all that you own and cunningly creeping up in your homes. I'll hinder you. You might get free, but believe me, I'm still watching you, waiting for you to mess up again so I can drop on you. Jump out of God's hands if you want to. I'll be right there when you crash with shame and guilt, guiding you back to bondage. Did I say guide? Oh, I meant drag. You intercessory prayer warriors, I hate y'all. Oh, let me catch one of y'all out of pocket and I will break your whole crew. To me, y'all just lab rats, bets in a project where the winner receives eternal life and the quitter receives my death. And I'm rooting for the quitter. In fact, I interfere to make it worse. I even get some of those y'all put on the pedestal straight up out the church. I'm the original stiller, killer, original drug dealer, the wickedest, lying, deceivingest, foulest, no remorse filler. I can see my plans working to destroy your every day. I'm coming, insidious, baffling, and cunning, so you better pray.
Eres mi razón de ser, de vivir, de existir. La misión de mi vida es que seas feliz, que descubras a fondo el significado, lo que se esconde, lo que va implicado entre los espacios de cada letra, saboreando y disfrutando de principio a fin la palabra felicidad completa. Que compares la definición que llevas en la mente con la que en tu cuerpo está presente, desconectando la mente de los sensores corporales y aunque actúen en conjunto o independientemente, el sentimiento sea tan coherente, no solo porque sientes lo que sabes, sino porque sabes perfectamente todo lo que sientes. Que nadie llene tu cabeza con historias, pues ya en tus sentidos habrás alcanzado la victoria y tu cuerpo estará marcado con dulces huellas de batallas, de placeres sin precedentes. Que descubras las inhibiciones que en tu vida están pendientes, esas que no has aprovechado, ya sean por miedos o porque no te atreves, pero que tu seguridad sea tan evidente que no haya fuego que tu piel quemen. Que no hayan halagos que desvíen tu camino, pues las palabras más bellas habrán acariciado tus oídos, han salido de mis labios y has alcanzado las estrellas conmigo. Que saques hacia afuera tus sentimientos, que le pongas mi rostro y cuando abras los ojos, cada poro de tu cuerpo esté saciado por completo, satisfecho. Que no hayan diferencias entre tu realidad y tus sueños, pues estás seguro que soy esta mujer que sueñas, la mujer que llevas por dentro. Let me show you that I now have a reason for being. To live, to exist. My mission in life is to make you happy. To help you discover what that really means. Delve into what's hidden, what's implied. Read between the lines. Analyzing the spaces between each letter, I will teach you to savor and enjoy the word happiness forever. I will match the definition you have in your mind with the one your body knows is right. That even if we were to disconnect the body from the mind, whether they act together or detach, you will not be able to deny the universal sentiment. Not only because it is a feeling that is known, but because you will know with certainty how everything inside you should feel. No one will fill your head with stories, for in your heart you will already know victory and glory, and in your body you will bear traces of sweet battles of pleasure without precedent. You will discover and conquer all of your inhibitions. Those that have been pending, either by fear or just because you never dared. But by the time I'm done, your self-confidence will be so up there that even the flames from the most ardent fire will be scared. A simple compliment will not redirect your path. For the sweetest words will have already caressed your ears, blow it like soft winds from my lips, carrying you high as if the stars were near. I will give your feelings a face, and instead of calling it love, you will be repeating over and over my name. By the time you open your eyes, you will be so satisfied that you will not be able to tell your dreams or reality apart. Complete and gorged with sentiment, you will come to realize that I am a live version of that woman you've been longing for inside.